What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin and you are watching another episode of I Trade Crypto. So guys, right now people seem to be pretty on edge, kind of worried, kind of scared. What is Bitcoin going to do? The price hasn't been doing anything. For the past couple weeks, the price has just been going completely sideways. I see a lot of people taking guesses. Some people say, oh, we're going to see a huge bullish move to the upside. Some people say huge bearish move to the downside. I want to come to you guys today about what I see in the charts, what I think is the most likely scenario right now. The last video I put out, I talked about the possibility of a false breakout. Even if we hit the $7,500 price point, it doesn't mean that we're necessarily bullish. And if the price does hit the $7,500 price point, then we have broken out of that pennant, that large pennant that everybody has been looking at recently. And we're gonna check all that out in the chart here in just a second. But I just want to go over a few things that I see in the charts that a lot of people really haven't been talking about very much. So let's go over and see what it is that I am seeing in the charts right now. So overall, guys, looking at the top of the screen here, the top 24-hour volume coins appear right here on this part of the screen. On the bottom, obviously, you get the Bitcoin orders and Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash. So anyway, guys, let's get right into the chart. So if you're looking at the chart overall, what I want to do right now is separate the bull run from this pullback. So I'm going to put a horizontal line on the chart to separate our two market environments, because guys, clearly the environment that the market was in is different from what it is now. We had massive moves to the upside, and now the price is pretty much trading horizontally. You know, when I'm looking at the chart here, I see something really stands out to me here on this chart. You know, looking at this $20,000, you know, we ran up to $20,000 and the market started correcting. Now it's trading horizontally. There's a couple repeating kind of sort of fractal-like patterns that I see in the chart. Looking from the 6K February panic lows here at 6,000 and drawing a line here, our support line across our most consistent support areas for the first half of the year here. The price came down 1, 2, 3 touches to the downside. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the chart here so it's easier for you guys to see. 3 touches to the downside before breaking below another level. And if we go ahead now and draw a line across, Bitcoin drops to 6,000. We have 1, 2, 3 touches to the downside, and then we move down a level. Now we're seeing 1, 2, 3 touches to the downside, and I think it's possible that we move down another level. And then we find ourselves sort of just stair-stepping our way down in the long run, in the long term here. You know, the price sort of just stair-stepping its way down, creating areas of higher lows, breaking down, areas of higher lows, breaking down, areas of higher lows, breaking down, over and over until we find ourselves at a nice low point. A lot of people right now, guys, a lot of people are expecting to see massive moves, massive move to the upside or a massive move to the downside. I'm not so sure that it's going to actually end up being that way. Some of you guys watched my video talking about a false breakout here, so let's just map that out so you guys can see what it would take to create a false breakout. If we're looking at the most consistent resistance point here, the only thing that would really have to happen is for Bitcoin's price would be basically all it would have to do is get above the 7,000 level, and then technically it's a breakout, right? Technically we're actually getting out of that resistance point. But does that mean we're bullish? Does this mean we're guaranteed to go up and to create a whole new bull run? Absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen. We can easily break out of this zone and end up falling back down and having more levels, you know, sort of just stair-stepping our way down. That is also just as likely at this point, guys. It's just as likely. You know, just because we move above that resistance point does not mean anything is guaranteed. I do think that the false breakout is probably the most likely scenario right now. But overall, like I depicted before, guys, we're having these areas where the price sort of finds a low, and, you know, creates higher lows for a short period of time and then breaks down. And I think that even if we do get a false breakout here, most likely we're going to continue following a pattern that looks something like this to the downside here, and we'll be stair-stepping our way down even further, in my opinion. I don't think the market is overall comfortable with this low point, guys. I think there's too much disagreement between retail investors and institutions. I don't think institutions are interested in accumulating now with the general population, guys. In my opinion, I don't think institutions have any interest in accumulating Bitcoin with the general population. I think what they would rather have is a continued drop in price. They accumulate on the way down, and when everyone thinks Bitcoin is dead, and everyone thinks that it's over, game over, that's when the institutions will get a hold of the supply that they want, and then they'll push it up, in my opinion, guys. So I think that we are most likely going to return to some of these parabolic lows here on the left side here. Most likely that is where we are going to find ourselves within the next year. And it could be a couple of years at least, I think, until Bitcoin sees any sort of major recovery. But anyway, guys, that is just my opinion. That is my analysis. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It would help me out a lot. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and if you are interested, I do have a Patreon where every month you will receive exclusive video content the first and second of every month. A fundamental analysis video and a technical analysis video on the Patreon there. So if you are interested, the links are below, and I will see you all in the next video.